good afternoon from here. My name is Mazi Ikem I want to welcome you to this wonderful program this afternoon. And it's 9 minutes past 3 p.m. in Biafra land and also here in Veneto, Italy. And it's my pleasure to have you in this wonderful program. Today, I'll be hosting myself. I'll be making presentations to Biafrans all over the world. And there's going to be between me and you on this wonderful short episode of our Saturday afternoon program. It's my pleasure once again. If you join us, please like, share this program. For many of you who are on YouTube, on Twitter, and so many other platforms. And every day I continue to remind you to go and download your BTV app, so you'll be able to also follow us on our platform in the BTV application. Today we'll be dealing with a very crucial issue and a very, very important topic, a topic that have created some level of controversy, especially for those who think that IPOB is joking, or maybe that IPOB is here for the fun of it. I want to read out the press release of 1st of November 2024 in response to the allegation of IPOB forming a political party. And it's important that we take a look at some of these issues, because a lot of people came to believe that actually that IPOB formed a political party, and the propaganda were also going around, people propagating the false and fake news of IPOB forming a political party. So I'm going to read out the press release of 1st of November as released by the IPOB leadership and the Office of the Directorate of State of Indigenous People of Biafra, debunking the lies and the assertion. So the press release goes like this: the news that IPOB has formed a political wing is fake and garbage. The Directorate of State DOS of the Noble Family and the Movement of Indigenous People of Biafra, IPOB, led by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, wish to debunk the falsehood that IPOB has formed a political party, formed a political wing by one faceless political jobber, Nwachukwu Emeronye. The story is fake and fiction from this imagination planted by the Nigerian DSS. The public should disregard this media propaganda from a faceless publisher. IPOB remains non-violent and freedom-fighting movement, has not and will not participate in a fantastically corrupt and political selection and system of Nigeria called Nigeria election. IPOB is apolitical. Once Biafra liberation is achieved, IPOB will form legitimate political wing for the smooth running of Biafra government. This latest propaganda is a deceptive handwork of DSS to deceive the public. And to deceive the public, it is likely that DSS is trying to float a pseudo-political party in Southeast region using some faceless political nobodies and nitwit who will claim that they are members of IPOB. But IPOB is on the ground in Biafra land, and we are waiting for the DSS agent who will impersonate IPOB while claiming to be part of the zoo political system. IPOB is a freedom-fighting movement seeking Biafra independence and sovereignty from the zoo called Nigeria. IPOB has no political wing, and we are not interested in corrupt political system in Nigeria. The faceless publisher bearing the name Nwachukwu Emeronye is a fictitious Igbo man bearing a made-up name created by DSS to confuse Ndi Igbo. Ndi Igbo have passed the point of being confused by such nonsense. IPOB cannot be distracted by faceless zoo agents and their media gimmicks. IPOB leadership informed Biafrans and the public to disregard the media propaganda uttered by the Nigerian government through their lawless DSS for the sole purpose of distracting the public from the real issues tormenting Nigeria. The only political system that IPOB will play a role in with Nigerian government is the politics of setting up the Biafra referendum until the Biafra referendum season is announced by the IPOB and the reputable media organizations. Consider every publication insinuating that IPOB has formed a political party to participate in Nigerian political politics as junk news. Garbage, trash, such news should be thrown into the dustbin. Comrade Emma Powerful, Media Publicity Secretary of the Indigenous People of Biafra. Yes, so um, this is the press release of the Indigenous People of Biafra through the secretary, the media secretary, Emma Powerful, who have come out exclusively to address this issue of IPOB forming a political party. It is very, very important that when this news broke, a lot of people took it up, started promoting it, especially in some quarters, people who believe that the DOS sold Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And this set of individuals who live by propaganda started spreading the news, and they took it upon themselves to propagate and deceive our people into believing that IPOB have deviated from its original cause, which is, you know, continuous agitation for Biafra restoration. And from these individuals who came to defend their position, saying that they were not sponsored by the DSS. And I'm going to read out from the independent newspaper the response given by these individuals as authored by Nicholas Uweruno on the 6th of November. um, the response came from this individual and said that they were not sponsored by the Directorate of State, DSS, yes, Directorate of Secret Service of Nigeria, obviously. And if you can also find that in my own personal page where I posted it with the link to the newspaper page, where they say we are not sponsored by the DSS. IPW replies IPOB. So IPW, I don't know IPW what it means. Now, the factional group purported to be IPOB's political wing, IPW, has responded to Emma Powerful, the spokesperson of the Indigenous People of Biafra, asserting that they are not backed by Directorate of State Service, which is the DSS. IPW emphasized the need for Powerful and Chinasa Nworu, another prominent figure of the group, to awaken to the evolving reality. In a statement released by the spokesperson, Nwachukwu Emeronye, and shared with journalists on Wednesday, IPW explicitly refuted the allegation made by Emma Powerful regarding their alleged affiliation with the DSS. They clarified that IPOB political wing is dedicated to advancing the cause of Igbo political liberation through a more strategic approach, devoid of any ties to the DSS. Furthermore, IPW highlighted that the pursuit of self-determination has transcended violent means, emphasizing the importance of strategic methodologies. Drawing attention to the situation in Gaza, they urged powerful and Nworu to draw insight from global events. We recently established the IPOB political wing. Following indirect consultation, it is important to note, following indirect consultations with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, our objective is to sustain the Biafran agenda through political and diplomatic means, stated Emeronye. Questioning Ima Powerful's full whereabouts and visibility, the group pointed out the incongruities in the claims and the criticism Nworu of misleading Igbo youth while residing abroad. Yes. IPW stressed that their initiative is not orchestrated by DSS, but rather a patriotic endeavor. A patriotic endeavor aimed at advancing Igbo emancipation. They cited Scotland political success, a model to emulate and advocate for, a shift towards strategic political engagement rather than futile confrontations. The era of violence in the pursuit of self-determination is outdated. Achieving our goal now requires statute political maneuvers. We urge our people to embrace wisdom, including Emeronye. Embrace wisdom, concluded, not including, but concluded Emeronye. Sorry for that. Now, we have to give a little analysis of the back and forth press release and the media interaction between the IPOB leadership and the IPW, as they call themselves, which IPOB, we don't know where this group is coming from. They have no recognition, neither by the people or by Biafrans or Igbos in general. So IPW is just a name that came on board in recent time, and it's important that we dissect some of the issues surrounding this political wing as claimed. Because when they came out, a lot of people believed actually that it was the IPOB, Directorate of State, or the Indigenous People of Biafra, led by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, that actually set up this political wing. And when the news broke, it came as a confusion to so many people who were questioning how could IPOB go into politics without even, consulting or making Biafrans be aware of the move. And this gave room for some sort of suspense and assertions here and there. My technical director, please, I would like you to look at the motion under the screen and correct that motion, because I think what we have is an already passed program of yesterday. So it's important that you set it right, so that people would not misconstrue it for today's program. So it's important that you look at the below movement of the motion to set the record straight. Thank you very much. So I'm coming back to this discussion, and it's important that we point out some of the excesses when it comes to how our people behave and the attitude of our people, and how people have tried to blackmail the Directorate of State of Indigenous People of Biafra by trying to do certain things without proper and due consultation and creating unnecessary controversies. As we all know that in recent time, we've had experiences where the DOS of the indigenous people of Biafra have been accused of so many things, including the selling of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu for a certain amount in dollars. And as soon as there is any reason for you to be tagged a betrayal in Biafra struggle, you are tagged as those who got part of the money for the sale of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in Kenya, and you just see some people in certain quarters start promoting the fake narrative and things like that. So for me, this IPW also came as part of those moves to tarnish the image of the DOS. And at some point, people were questioning the rationale behind IPOB going into Nigerian politics without even informing our people or making our people know the reason or why should they not. And before the leadership have to put out a press conference trying to counter this IPW claim of IPOB joining a political position. A lot of people actually believe that truly that IPOB have formed a political party. And when the DOS came out with their counter press release, these individuals by Meronye have to clarify, making it very clear that actually that they did an indirect consultation with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and there are no verifiable evidence to show that there was any form of consultation with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And if at all you have to make a consultation with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, there are people who holds a position in the absence of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who he has committed the day-to-day running of the activities of IPOB. If really, because that was my question, if really your objectives were genuine and you had good intention, what stopped you from approaching the indigenous people of Biafra through the Directorate of State uh, to actually inform them about your intentions to form a political party? And the question is, how do you form a political party through the back door without even due consultation with Biafran people, using the name of Biafran people to go into Nigerian politics, using the name of Biafra to go into politics without consulting those at the helm of affair of struggle for Biafra restoration? So it is a question that also need to be answered, and I hope that maybe that question will be given a response. Why should anybody in his right senses use the name of the indigenous people of Biafra to go into Nigerian politics without consultation, without any form of notice, and creating unnecessary suspicion and controversy? And when they said they did an indirect consultation with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, why should it be an indirect consultation? What stopped you from finding your way into the DSS dungeon to actually have interaction with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? Or in the highest, if not that, there were sections in the court where Mazi Nnamdi Kanu appeared in court, and he had the privilege and the opportunity of interacting with people. Why didn't this group of individuals who claim to have interest in what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is going through to have also been in the court to participate in his court case as a show and a form of solidarity? So that is to show you that when we make accusations of DSS sponsoring certain individuals, these claims are not just for propaganda, but they are real, because anybody who want to go into into Nigerian politics using the name of the Biafran people, the indigenous people of Biafra, is supposed to have been somebody who is visible over time to show that he's committed to the struggle in the first place. And you cannot just suddenly from nowhere appear and start forming a political party and trying to convince us that your intention is towards Biafra struggle when you have not been visible in any way. Nobody knows who you are. Nobody knows where you are coming from. You have never shown your face anywhere. People cannot identify you as having any contribution towards a Biafra struggle. So it tells you how people try to merchandise with the Biafran struggle at any given opportunity. It's very, very important that our people understand that there are politicians out there who are looking for the slightest opportunity to, to cut from the cake that Biafra struggle present by using the struggle as an opportunity for self-aggrandizement. And these are part of the people who feel that for the fact that Biafra is making wave, they can also key into that angle to take advantage of the struggle for their own personal benefit. It is nothing short of that. And most of the time, they are also, like the Directorate of State also said, that most of them are also sponsored by the DSS to divert our people's attention to believe that there is a solution by participating in Nigerian election. And let us look at the Nigerian election in itself and the role the electoral process have played in selection or in election of the Nigerian people. Look at how Tinubu came to power in 2023 and all the electoral malpractices that have followed. Even before Tinubu came to power, the role of INEC are these processes credible enough for the indigenous people of Biafra to participate in? It's a question that should be put out to Meronye. Looking at the role of INEC, the incredible criminal activities that have gone on over the years, INEC election malpractices here and there, even within the same Nigerians. They carry out different kind of electoral malpractices. Talk less of using the name of Biafra to go into Nigerian politics, which even our late Odimegwu Ojukwu tried that using ABGA and some other political parties, and he was bluntly rigged out. So for me, it is completely inconsequential because as far as the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, is concerned, they have their job cut out for them. And second, they're also trying to paint a picture of some IPOB officials living abroad and trying to co-join them with the violence that is going on in Biafra land. Absolutely laughable, because IPOB have always made its position very clear that the approach of IPOB towards Biafra restoration had always been peaceful, but at every point in time, they always find a way to rope IPOB into violence, which is completely unacceptable. So it is important that our people take some of these issues seriously, so that you don't have to be carried away by the antics of certain individuals who want to, take advantage of your commitment for their personal gains in the name of going into Nigerian politics with the name of IPOB. These are some of the things IPOB will never tolerate. You cannot use the name of IPOB to go into politics without even approaching the leadership. They know who the leadership of IPOB. They know who they are. So why are you cutting corners? Why are you cutting corners? Why are you cutting corners? If really you have good intention in forming a political party with the name of Biafra people, why didn't you go through the process of making due consultation, trying to, bring up some of your, suggestions or ideas to the leadership and let them look at how beautiful your political agenda and how you're going to make it work. Now they've cited also the events of other countries around the world where you have political parties standing for their people, using political process to be able to work towards their independence. And the question is, some of the countries that you have mentioned, what are the criteria? Do you have the kind of INEC that we have in those countries? Those are the questions that you have, because the problem of Nigeria today is INEC. If the indigenous people of Biafra have to participate in election, is it going to be the election that INEC is going to oversee? These are the questions. Election, IPOB wouldn't have had issues going into Nigerian politics if the Nigerian political system is sanitized, where the best person wins. It would have made more sense. So how do Mr. Meronye, or whatever his name is called, what makes him believe that he has what it takes to use politics to bring Biafra into Nigerian politics and succeed? I don't know how he has been able to come to terms with this reality. Because over the years, Mazi Ikem have made it very, very clear that the Nigerian political system is not for Biafran people. Because our Dimo Gojuku have already tried it in the past and have failed. When he came back from exile, he participated in Nigerian politics. So who is going to be more influential than him? Who is going to be more influential than Dimo Ojukwu, who participated in Nigerian politics, who also believed that he could also get Biafra through political process? But he never saw the light of the day, because the Nigerian political system is not meant for Biafran people. Even it's not even meant for Nigerians themselves. Talk less of you as a Biafra now using the name of Biafra to go and contest the election in Nigeria. Is dead on arrival. So having understudied some of these issues, that is the reason IPOB have decided to make its position clear that IPOB cannot go into Nigerian politics, because the Nigerian politics is so corrupt. And the moment IPOB goes into any form of political activities in Nigeria, that will be the end of IPOB, because you're also going to see a lot of people from within IPOB who are going to, would not accept defeat if they lose election. A lot of people are going to get involved in collecting money, participating in different kind of corruption. Just like you also see it in Nigeria, where people use money to corrupt. They will give some bag of rice for them to, I don't even want to go into all that. But at the end of the day, it is completely not visible. Nigeria is not the right environment for IPOB political participation. So it is important that we educate some of our people, because it is easy for people to come and speak English and speak grammar on the pages of newspaper. But when you come to reality, the realities are different. The realities are different. The Nigerian political scene does not offer the best. Even our own brother Peter Obi, who went on a political voyage, how did he end up? So what makes Emeronye think that what Peter Obi could not do, that he can do it? They said Emeronye. What makes him think that what Peter Obi couldn't do in Nigeria using politics to even become, he is not even campaigning for Biafra, he is campaigning for one Nigeria, but still he failed. So I don't understand at what level do they want to play this politics? Is it at the national level? Is it at the senatorial level? Is it at the House of Representative level? Is it at the local government level? And you know clearly that you have no chances. And that is the reason why we said that these are DSS sponsored agents who are trying to divert the attention of our people from the reality. Because it is easy for somebody to say, oh, I want to go into Nigerian politics and I want to, give you Biafra through Nigeria electoral system. How do you go about that? Then looking at also the resources of being in Nigeria. Nigeria is not a place where you run politics without huge resources. Who is going to sponsor those endeavors? So it's important that we have to state certain things clear and make our people understand that the position of IPOB as it stands today, through pressure, trying to put pressure in every means possible, trying to sensitize the world about our plight, is the best form of agitation. And IPOB have continuously gone through the process of a peaceful approach in their daily uh, demand for Biafra restoration. It is important that we continue to bring some of these issues on board, because it's also very, very pertinent that we continue to debunk some of these lies, because a lot of people have a wrong misconception. They have misconception about the position of IPOB, and that is the motive. So that people will be confused and say, IPOB don't go form political party and the things like that, believing that we are not consistent with our modus operandi. The modus operandi of IPOB have remained consistent, and we haven't changed for one bit. So it's important that we read out some of these issues. And today I also want to bring to our notice what is going on within the Nigerian political circle, where you have people who are working extremely very hard to Islamize Nigeria. And it's important that we, bring at, because we've been talking about Islamization for a very, very long time, but our people are not paying much attention. I want us to take an audio clip of what transpired in the House of Representatives. Yeah. So let us see. Let's take this audio clip. So this is the debate going on right now as regard to the push for amendment of the Nigerian Constitution to be able to insert some Sharia component laws, and a lot of people are getting worried that these laws could alter the entire Nigerian constitution. Even the said Nigerian constitution is already is already a failure. The Nigerian constitution is already a disaster, and the more they tamper with it, the more things get worse. Now we've been talking about the Sharianization of the Nigerian state, and these are some of the reasons we've been fighting. When you look at the energy, anytime this issue of Sharia raises up, the way the Northerners take it so passionately, you find out that these people are not much interested in Nigerian development. They are more interested in enhancing their own um, religious beliefs. The essence of some of the reasons you see them holding on and pushing, not because they want to see a developed country, but because they want to entrench their religious belief and force everybody, into that their religious system, where everybody will become a Muslim, where everybody will be converted, and they are working extremely very hard. They are working extremely very hard to see how they can convert everybody, and that is why you see there is a serious campaign going on in the eastern region trying to convert people to Islam. Let us listen to what this one have to say. Yes, so sorry guys. I'm going to pick this Kunle. This guy was a former Navy Commodore, Kunle Olaumi. Kunle Olaumi, some years back, he's a security expert. He made certain points where he talked about this agenda, the agenda to bring Sharia, and he, just like I've been saying, the attempt to bring Sharia into Nigerian constitution is something that is visible. You can see it every day, and the argument is going on. Now, now let us listen to what the audio of this and, and how they want to use a kind of business strategy. They want to use commerce as a reason to readjust the constitution. So let us listen to what this Kunle have to say, please. Okay, uh, am I coming out? I don't know. I want some people on the comment section to please tell me if you are getting me clearly, please. Very important. Please, please, please. I need, please. If I'm not coming out clearly, please let me know. Am I coming out? I'm not talking. Somebody said that I'm not coming out. Okay, just a moment, please. Just a moment. I think I have to find a new means of you know I have to find a new means of of getting the audio out there. Please, guys, please, please, please. Yes, let us we move, guys, we move. Let me see. Just a moment, because it's important that we take some of these audios, because it will help us to. I know, yes.
What is going on here? And then, who knows? Mr. Kunu, allow me. Then his narrative is what he has spoken about some time ago, many trying to see if they could connect the dots. But let's listen to this one before we come back to him.
If a fish is going to get spoiled, it's going to start getting spoiled from the head. The DSS will not do anything except the commander-in-chief's body language shows that this is the direction I want to go. That is where the problem is. The DSS has tremendous information. By the time 2023 is here and somebody take over and wants to undo some of this evil that I've seen in this country, you'll be surprised names that the DSS will bring out. They have the information. There's nothing I'm going to say here that they don't have. The defense headquarters have the solution for the kinetic aspect. They do. I'm not going to come here to advise them. I work with them, and they're still there. The chief of naval staff was in the intelligence with me. We were together in the Defense Intelligence Agency. That's Vice Admiral Gambo. I know these people are good. They know what to do. It's not that they have problems. It has to do with politics. The sponsors, people that feel that this country should be Islamized. It's not about ransom. I just want to confirm to she is right. It's not about ransom. They just want to pass a message. We can come in. We can do what we need to do. And there are some hardliners in this government that are sponsoring this kind of narratives.
This was during Buhari regime. This was an old analysis that
they think about Taliban, they think about the Mujahideens, and they want to replicate it in this country. And they don't care what happened. They simply don't care. As long as at the end of the day, there's Sharia and there is whatever thing they have in their head and they want to achieve. So these people that are sending messages are sponsored by Nigerians. I can follow up on
that. Yes, so guys, I want us to pay close attention.
That was several years ago. The former Navy commander, professor of global security studies, also Nigerian Defense Academy. Good morning, and thank you for coming on today.
Thank you very much. After 3 years, we have seen it.
I know, sir. Several things must have been going through your mind when you saw all of those bills, the propositions, the narrative, the comments making the rounds only recently, even though 3 years after you've been government. So tell us, what was going through your mind when you saw all of these things are still playing out, what you have spoken of earlier?
I think just basically confirm my fears, you know. When I was here, there was since a lot of colleagues didn't like what I was saying. Some people felt that I'm Islam. My dear, I'm from a Muslim background because my grandmother married a Muslim man after the husband died, and all my cousins, all my sisters, grandchildren, they are Muslim. I have Muslim background. And I don't know, that is how we attest to it that when I took him with the Minister of Defense, to Italy, they were my guests in Italy. And I took them to the largest mosque in Milan. I went to behind the mosque. And I think I can tell you, I took him to Al-Aqsa Mosque in Israel to pray. And I have nothing against Israel. You see, we are talking about identity and governance in this country. Identity and governance. It is so discouraging to know that at this century we are still at this level of religious understanding. We are still at this level where I would say most of the things that we call religion, either Christianity, Islam, are basically some historical books that were plagiarized by most of the religions. I don't want to be specific. Now, these are ancient historical books that were plagiarized, and people decided to use them to either enslave you or take over your land and so on. And I'm really discouraged because at this level, Nigerians are so educated when it comes to religion. And the Arabs, the British, the Romans, they use religion actually to capture your state, to enslave you. Look at a lot of religions, I don't want to be specific, they all practice slavery and also. So I want to be at this point where we're supposed to be talking about the hunger that is pervasive in Nigeria today. The inflation rate, poverty. We are basically sitting in the hollow chamber, and what we can discuss is I want to remove person from something, and that's what they are going there to do. When people are dying, people are committing suicide, families are collapsing, and they will sit down there and start talking about removing personnel so that they can basically start the country finally, because once you remove that personnel, technically now the dress is not.
I won't be able to get.
Please, guys, if you are having problems with the audio, if it's coming out clear, please indicate on the comment section. If you are hearing the audio clearly, please indicate on the comment section. And if you are having problems not hearing, please also indicate on the comment section.
And the 1999 Constitution, removing the word personal whenever it is mentioned from the section, allowing Islamic law to stand on its own. Explain to me the correlation between that and Islamizing the country, just so we can understand where you're coming from on this debate.
The way I'm coming from is very simple. You know, we may think it's not stable, but it is not. You know, let's not just talk about issue of marriage, you know, things that happen, maybe inheritance, maybe divorce, you know. But if you look at the antecedents, you know, Stanford has started this by introducing something that is taking care of criminal laws. Okay? So now they want to extend it. Instead of them to actually discuss the 1999 Constitution, it is a fraud. That constitution is a fraud. Now, what you are doing now, you want to start, you know, advancing the interest of those religious groups to actually now confirm that Nigeria is an Islamic state. Now, let me tell you something that people don't know. This one was caused by the British between 1900 and 1960. They knew that they cannot govern the North except they allowed them to practice their religion, and they were using their religious leader to basically govern them in this territory. Immediately after independence in 1960, the British knew that they shouldn't have forced these two people together. They know. But because they want to achieve the divide and rule and to be able to conquer and take our resources and steal whatever they want to steal over the years, they merged these two people together. They could not govern the North and South under one religious or administration. They know. So they're not even independent. And much you people to work together. That was why the 1960 coup started. That was how the Civil War started. Now, 86, Rwanda came with the OIC trying to Islamize us. It didn't work. In 2000, when 1999, 2000, he permitted them to start practicing Sharia. they want to consolidate it. Once you remove that person, all of us, whether you are outside people, you will back, you cannot law, Islamic law, because the
listening to the member that was representing our East, Abu Anudua Federal University State, all his words, he said personal matters that was envisaged, he says, by the people who drafted this constitution. And I want to quote you. The implication is the word personal is removed. Islamic law would have implications. The word personal was put there for a reason. Let's talk a bit about this whole conversation about Islamizing the country with our population and our dynamics. Is it possible that someone can sneak this in at some point and force all of us under some sort of regulation that we do not ascribe to?
Somebody said that it is echoing. So Mazi Josh. Okay. I don't know. I don't know how to deal with that because from the major point said that some of you said that you couldn't, you were not hearing me, and now somebody is also telling me that it's echoing. So I don't know. I have to try again and see. I want to see if it is possible.
possible, and don't be deceived. It's
But
going
I
to
think
happen.
the echo is directly from the
Do you know what
studio.
Martin? So let's people now. Today there is an Islamic country. I mean, I did Islam in my master's program, and I was trained by Professor Ali Jan. He's a Persian. He's an Iranian American. And I said, hey, that's excellent. So I know them.
Yeah, the echo is from the studio.
Islamic Nigeria. So they will take it slowly, gradually. They don't forget. All of us will be dead after some time. Our children that don't care about this jersey will come. They will still Islamize this country. If they can do it in Turkey, what stops you? Why do you think they won't do it here? Except we take steps now, because we are the ones that are talking about this. Our next generation in 50 years will not even care. You understand? So I'm thinking that if some part of the country, I don't want to specify, if they feel strongly about an ideology, a religious, I think they can restrict it to their area. And I think maybe Tinubu should do well by developing this issue of regional autonomy where everybody should organize themselves. Or at worst, the country actually and you can do whatever you want in your area. I've come to that conclusion, but I don't.
You see what? Oh, I wish it is possible to play this video for everybody to see the face of the man. The man is talking about Islamization, and he's even bringing suggestions. He's suggesting, his first suggestion is if Northerners are so passionate about their religion, why not everybody do their religion in their own space? Why not let them create a regional government where people can determine what goes on? Where people can determine, okay, Mazi Josh, I have to continue because there is nothing I can do. But I will I will be sharing I'll be sharing this clip on it is on YouTube, but I'll be sharing it on my page so that you can have access to it. If you go to my page you're going to see it there. So this man is is a commodore in the Nigerian Navy, and he's suggesting that if the Northerners are so more passionate about their religion more than development, why not create a regional government where people can manage themselves in their region, or at most divide the country This one now not the IPOB member. Oh. The man speak now is not a member of IPOB. He's not even an Igbo man. He's not even a Biafra. But he's suggesting, and he even mentioned Biafra. Let's see, so that you can see his face. I hope.
I don't think we can stay together because of this very strong belief about religion. It's either we stay together or they should mind their religion and stay where they are and practice what they want. Imposing it on others is wrong. I see Islam, and I don't want to talk blasphemy. If I start talking about Islam in the next 3 hours, we will not be here.
No, we don't want you to talk blasphemy either.
Yeah,
Talking about our country, in many, we are not a religious country. We're a secular nation. What kind of conversations should we be having with the Nigerian people, especially the younger generation, about how to ensure that we remain secular, where you can practice your religion in any part of the country that you please without imposing your views or belief systems on any other person? What kind of conversations should we be having? And what should our lawmakers be thinking at the back of their minds if they've made the first step, dropping, ensure that it doesn't go through? But in subsequent conversations, you said will inevitably come up. What should we be doing as a people to ensure this doesn't happen?
I'm going to be extreme. For me, if you look at Sudan, or we have now Sudan, South Sudan, I think we should have Northern Nigeria and Southern. Then they can practice whatever they want. There's no dialogue. It will not stop. I told you, if they take 1,000 years, they will still do it. But if you let everybody go their way, maybe you have to know. You remain there and you have the sovereignty and you can do what you want. But if you remain and you think you can talk to your Jersey and people that don't care about anything, it will happen. You do. Hundreds of years before Turkey, Constantinople, Istanbul was converted completely today. And if you look at history, history will tell you that you cannot persuade these people.
You see, a lot of people are telling you that the best way for Nigeria to survive and the people living in it to survive is by dividing the country. Because there are people who are not interested in development. They are not interested in human capital development. When you look at the North, they don't go to school. They are not interested in sending their children to go to school, to go and learn, to obtain education, to obtain degree. They are not enthusiastic about that. They are not even interested in any form of development. Their interest is just based on how to promote their religion and force it down the throat of anybody that 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 is just passing on their own. That people that have no business with their religion, they want to impose it on. This is just their own ambition and nothing more. And this is what this man is saying, that we have to start early and start finding a way to have our own independence and enjoy our sovereignty and do whatever we want to do in our own space, to avoid some people bringing in, contaminating us with a foreign religion we don't know anything about. He cited examples of places like Turkey and some other Christian countries and some traditional countries that Islam have been able to penetrate. And today, it might take up to 1,000 years, but it is an agenda that they must carry out. So it's important that we educate our people on what the future holds for the next generation. And that is why we are here. We don't have any issues with any religion, but the truth of the matter is that you cannot force your religion down the throat of every other person. That is where we have problem. You can't be forcing your religion down the throat of other people. And we've seen what Boko Haram was fighting for. Sharia. What are they fighting for? Sharia. They want Sharia. Now, the same House of Representative members, the same people you do not expect are also pushing for the same Sharia in the House of Representatives. So, what is the difference between the people pushing for the same agenda and those using gun and the bullet to pursue the same Sharia agenda? No difference. They are working together. So it is important that our people understand that as far as Nigeria is concerned, both those in the Senate, both those in the House of Representatives, all of them are for Sharia and they are all Boko Haram. And that is the truth of the matter. I want to end this program here until I come your way again. My name remains Mazi Ikem. It's my pleasure being your host. I'll be seeing you next week, Saturday, by the special grace of Okika Abiyama. Until I meet you again, I want to say have a wonderful weekend and God bless you all. Thank you very much, dear friends all over the world.